Okay.
Yeah, just tell me what you hear. I mean, what's it about?
Well, we're opposed to the concept of using drones. As far as I'm concerned, using advanced military technology, probably a crime against humanity right there. And drones being introduced to the Des Moines Air Guard, I think we've got a responsibility to sound out against it.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Well, I'm here because I love my life. I love my sons. I love my grandchildren. I love my friends. And it's just crazy that we think killing people is going to help us.
And first and foremost, a pacifist. So I've been going to rallies since I was a student at Iowa when the Vietnam War was going on. And since then, I feel like all the protesting and letting people know how I feel, joining hands with other like-minded pacifists and peaceniks, hasn't seemed to have changed our country's attitude about things. And this drone warfare thing is the most despicable thing I can think of. So that's why I'm taking time to come out here. And we've been here before. We'll stand in front of the armory again, and we do what we have to do to get the word out to people, to tell them that it's a frightful way to go. It's, like Jeff said, it's crimes against humanity, and it's not the way to solve our problems. Sitting down and negotiating peacefully is the only way. There are too many people invested in it. Our government is invested. Is in bed with big business, the people that produce these things, from Boeing on down, the big corporations are making too much money. And as a result, the whole world has these crazy drones. There's millions of them, and it's going to get worse unless we do something about it. So we're all here to put our little 2 cents in, as far as that goes.
We just keep going in circles on all this stuff. But I think the main thing I want to point out today is that we gotta stay here on the forefront of this drone thing and not let it go by the wayside. So thank you all for showing up. Appreciate it.
I stand at the forbidden boundary of this Air Force base because my conscience leaves me no other choice. I join with you today because I am in deepest agreement with the aims and work of the organizations that have brought us together. These are times when silence is betrayal. This is one of those times. Violence begets violence, and our own government continues to be the greatest purveyor of violence in the world today.
Yes.
We have yet to take seriously that we are creating terrorists every day. Admittedly, it is anguishing to turn on television and witness the horror of a knife-wielding person about to behead a news reporter. But make no mistake, the media makes certain that we see the crimes of others while minimizing our own grievous offenses. We will be marching and attending rallies without end unless there is a significant and profound change in American life and politics. I remain convinced that if we are to get on the right side of the world revolution, we as a nation must undergo a radical revolution of values. We must rapidly begin the shift from a thing-oriented society to a person-oriented society.
That's right.
That there are so many positive ways to use the National Guard to help us in natural disasters, to move us away from the fossil fuel economy that is so bad for this planet, but that getting involved in remote control war is just making the United States hated around the world, is making us the center of attacks, and is not going to solve the problem, is only going to exacerbate them. Please rethink that strategy.
And what do you think Iowans need to know? If you could just sit down with a big group of Iowans, what would that message be?
I think I'd love to sit down with a big group of Iowans because I think that folks here are very down-home, plain-speaking, rational folks and would understand that over 12 years now of drone warfare has just spread Al-Qaeda types groups from Afghanistan to Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, Nigeria, Iraq, Syria, making things worse. We should get out of other people's civil wars. We should focus on what we need to do to make our lives better here at home, that money would be very much better spent, as well as our technology and our know-how. We helped to create the problem in Iraq by the invasion there. We unleashed a huge wave of sectarian violence, and that unfortunately now it's the Iraqi people who are going to have to take care of that. We should give humanitarian aid. We should help people who need shelter, who need clean drinking water, who need clothing. But we shouldn't go in there with our weapons. We shouldn't go in there militarily because it only makes matters worse.
And what is your reaction when you see things like Americans being beheaded in these countries?
Well, I think it's absolutely disgusting, just like I think it's absolutely disgusting when I've gone to villages and seen flesh hanging on trees from the drones that fell down from the sky and killed a 70-year-old grandmother, killed a 2-year-old child. Killing is horrible, and we just should not be part of the killing machine, whether it's with a machete or with a hellfire missile from a drone.
Shoot! Local.
Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot!
Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot!